to Surviving the End is Nigh, the End of Times, with your hosts, Maddison and Kaloum.
Today we're going to be talking about mermaids.
So to start us off, we'll be talking about the general knowledge of mermaids. Most people saw them as beautiful young maidens with long flowing hair from the waist up, and then from the waist down, they were fish-like creatures. In English folklore, they were often considered bad omens because in a lot of cases they would be tied to shipwrecks, drownings, and storms. Mermen are also involved in creating storms that wreck ships and drown sailors, but they are often uglier and more wild, and they didn't really involve themselves with humans too much. They tried to stay as far away as possible.
Yeah, so mermaids also vary from place to place, region to region, so there are different legends, like the Japanese kappa is a more animalistic, children-like fish creature that has a turtle shell on its back, and it feasts on children and cold cucumber slices, so...
Very interesting.
Yeah, interesting combination. I guess they like a little bit of salad with their meat. There's also the Slavic rusakas, which are a more evil mermaid depiction, which they have pale skin and pale green hair, and most oftentimes they're the undead, ghostly figures of women who have died an untimely or violent death, particularly before their wedding, and they're often seen calling out sailors by name and luring them to dance, but they're really going to drown and kill them. So they're definitely a more malicious tale version of mermaids. And then there's also the popular one that you're definitely going to know, because if you've ever seen Disney's The Little Mermaid, you know of Triton, who was a messenger of the sea.
There are many other cases of mermaids and mermen in other cultures as well. Triton is actually kind of also involved in Greek mythology. There was, I believe he's part of Poseidon's court, and they're not exactly what we know as mermaids today. They were often more just like combinations of various aquatic animals, and they were a little human-like, but in most cases they had two tails and more blue or greenish skin. Sometimes they had lobster or crab claws, very weird combinations. And then there's also the sirens in Greek mythology, and however the word does translate to some of what we know today, the actual image is very different.
Yeah, they were like birds, right? Like half birds?
Yes, sirens in Greek mythology were originally vulture-like creatures that were actually very disgusting, but their faces would morph into the faces of loved ones, and they would sing very sweet songs that would kind of force you to commit suicide. Christopher Columbus, the man who discovered America, he claimed to have seen mermaids on his adventures. A lot of people chalk that up to actually just be manatees or dugongs, which are more of oceanic manatees, but we don't really know. We weren't there.
Yeah.
Christopher says they were mermaids.
And Christopher never lies.
Yeah.
There's also another explorer that you're definitely going to know if you've seen another Disney movie, if you've seen Pocahontas, which is not historically accurate in the slightest, but the character is the same. If you've seen John Smith, heard of John Smith, he was an explorer, and he also claimed to have a run-in with a mermaid during his voyages. And he described the mermaid very similar to the rusakas that we mentioned earlier, with pale skin and long green hair, and he described them to have large eyes. And he said that the creature was so beautiful that he felt that he was falling in love with it at first sight. That is until he looked down and realized that her bottom half was a fish, and then that romance ended before it even began. Okay, so we have paper and markers, and we'll take turns and we'll draw a mermaid or a manatee, and we'll have to guess and see. Alright, so...
Do you want to start? Do you want me to start?
Yeah, sure, I'll start. We should have got clipboards for this, because I realized it was going to be awfully hard to show the camera while I'm drawing. Okay, I'll just hold it up, like, on my chest.
Oh, you can use a book.
Do we have one of those? Okay, so we found a book, so I'm going to use that. It's easier than my chest. Alright.
Ooh, upside down. More of a challenge.
Yeah. Well, let me see. Maybe I can do this. Okay. So here is my mermaid or manatee.
It's a mermaid.
Okay. It was a mermaid.
Alright, my turn. I'm gonna try and make this tricky for you. It's really hard because I'm right-handed and you have to reach across like this.
Alright.
Ooh, drawing upside down.
Manatee. Mermaid.
Oh, which one is it?
It's a manatee.
Yes and no. It is a manatee, but it is their sea cousin. It's a dugong.
Oh, the dugong.
The saltwater manatee.
Well, that wasn't, part of the rules, but,
I wanted to trick you.
Okay, so I just realized that this is going to be super easy because our only two choices are mermaid or manatee. So I want us to close our eyes and draw a mermaid
Okay.
with our eyes closed. Okay, ready? Don't open your eyes because I'll see when I'm editing back. Alright, ready? And go.
Alright, I'm gonna go for kind of up on a rock.
Alright. I've already lost track of where I am on the paper.
The same. I just moved mine and now I'm so lost.
I think this is somewhere near the head. Alright. I'm not done yet, I'm just saying alright to myself to give myself motivation to finish.
This is going so bad, I can already tell.
I think I put the neck in the completely wrong spot.
Oh my gosh. I don't even know where I am anymore.
I don't either. I think I tried too many fingers. For some reason, closing my eyes makes me really want to open them, really badly.
Well, yeah, because they're not supposed to be closed when you're drawing.
I'm also worried about running off the page.
I think all of mine is centered in one
I think
area.
I made the butt way too small. My mermaid has no butt, no booty.
I'm pretty sure the head and the chest and the torso area are all in the same area. I don't think this went well. I don't want to open my eyes yet because I'm waiting till you're done. But I can already tell this is not
I forgot to drop
good.
her other arm.
Oh wait, I'm gonna draw the rock. I'm just adding things now.
Okay, I think
Making it harder for myself.
I think I'm good.
Are you done?
Yeah. Well, okay. Wait, I didn't draw her eyebrows. Okay, now I'm done. Alright.
Okay, wait.
1, 2, 3.
Oh my god.
You know what? Mine's
Yours-
not that bad.
Yours is pretty good.
Mine's not so bad.
Mine kind of looks
Yours looks like
a
monster.
hydra.
Yours
mixed with a
doesn't look
mermaid.
like it was born correctly.
The
Are
tail.
those its boobs?
I don't know. Okay, this is its shell bra, which
Yeah.
was supposed to go over the boobs, but I don't know where the boobs ended up. So, the tail isn't too bad.
I love how it looks like her arm just fell off.
The face on yours is
It's
pretty nice.
in the wrong spot, but kind of alright.
Mine is lost in the rest of
Yeah, I don't know.
my
It
mermaid.
kind of looks like a bear there. Alright, so I think that was a success.
You definitely want that.
Yeah, I definitely won that. I didn't think we were keeping score, but sure, I'll take the point.
More things involved with mermaids is that in, I believe, the Brazilian culture, their mermaids were more associated with snakes, as in, I believe a lot of African cultures associated them more with snakes than with fishes, but they were often still associated with water. In certain cases, they were thought to be good omens and bring you fortune and good luck.
There's also mermaids that are in folklore today, popular folklore, such as the Hans Christian Andersen's original tale of The Little Mermaid, which gave inspiration to Disney's animated Little Mermaid, and also Studio Ghibli's Ponyo. Both of those took inspiration from the original Little Mermaid tale by Hans Christian Andersen, and in that tale, it is a bit different than the Little Mermaid we know today.
Yeah, it's quite a bit darker ending than what we know.
For example, in Hans Christian Andersen's tale, the Little Mermaid's sisters, to get her out of the Sea Witch's curse or spell, traded their hair for a knife that Little Mermaid was supposed to use to stab and kill her prince before dawn to break the spell. She couldn't do it, who could, and instead she just threw her knife into the water and turned into sea foam, and then transforms into Daughters of the Air, which are like these ethereal beings who basically can earn immortality by spreading goodness and doing good for humanity.
Which is very different from the kiss and the marriage that we see in Disney's Little Mermaid.
A lot less sea foam in that one. And there's also the tale of a mermaid in a Cornish village in Zanor, which can be found carved in the chair, at a chair in the Church of Saint Senera. In the story, a mermaid is apparently supposed to have fallen in love with a man called Matthew Truhala, and they fell in love, and apparently you can hear them singing about their love together at night in the church. So it's pretty cool.
Eerie.
Yeah, a little eerie, but a little bit cool and romantic at the same time. And not to mention that, but there also was a Dutch mermaid, right, who was supposed to have assimilated into our culture and learned the Dutch language.
Yes, I believe there was a small town, and they found a mermaid, and they nursed her back to health in a lake, and then she just kind of became a functioning member of the community I think she did like housework and chores and stuff, which is very interesting.
Yeah, well, because there are some depictions of mermaids that they can go back and forth between water and land.
So there is a legend where they're very seductive, beautiful women, and they can walk on land, and then the only condition for them to transfer between water and land is when they go into the water, they have to adorn the skin of a fish. So it helps them to swim around and breathe underwater, which is very interesting and not what you normally know.
Yeah, so that's all we have tonight for you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe so keep up with our stuff. Check out our last video. We did a ghost hunt in St. Augustine, and then the one before that we talked about vampires, which was really fun and creepy. And also, if you liked this video, click like, and also click that little bell to annotate when we make videos so you don't miss one. And I think that's about it. Leave in the comments creatures you'd like us to discuss next, because we could always use more.
Also, places that we could go to
ghost hunt, if you like to do that, cool stuff like that. So yeah, thanks so much for checking in to Terror Takeout. Have a great night, day, morning, whatever. See you guys later. Bye.